Hi, we're going to do the notes for discount, markup, tax, and tip. Please make sure that you are on the page that starts with the definitions for discount, markup, tax, and tip. This is lesson 4. Your practice and Alex is going to match this lesson number 4, discount, markup, tax, and tip. Now, discount, markup, tax, and tip are all very applicable to what you may be seeing every day in your life. So a discount is like a sale, right? Markup is how the stores change the cost of an item or the price of an item after they buy it. Tax and tip, you guys have heard of that, and we're going to be referring to sales tax for this, and not so much and not income tax at all. Okay, so discount is since it's a sale, it is going to be a decrease in the price of an item. Markup is when the store increases. So they may get an item like a t-shirt or some candles or a lamp from what we call a manufacturer, which is the person that produces the item. And then they have to mark it up so they can make a profit. That's how stores make money. So that's why we talk about markups. Tax is money that is added to the buyer's cost of an item or service. It's mandated by the government on everything but fresh food. So if you go to the supermarket and you buy a loaf of bread for $1.99, it is $1.99. You will not get tax on it. But if you go in and you see a bottle of soda for $1.99, that's going to end up being $2.12, 13 cents, 14 cents, because they're allowed to tax drinks, but they are not allowed to tax food. All right, last one that you've probably seen before. Tip is additional. Money that is given to a worker who performs a service for you. Okay. So when we look at these, markup, tax, and tip, we're all increasing the price. So these are all increasing the price. Discount is the only one where the price goes down. Okay. So let's be aware of that when we go through our problems. Okay, for this one, you are going to need a highlighter. Okay, so we're going to start highlighting down here with our calculations area. Make sure that you have this exact calculation area. We needed to tape over the other one, or paste over the other one with this new one. Okay, so we are calculating by converting. And what are we converting? We're converting a percent to decimal. Most of the time you're going to be given the percent, right? And there are two ways to convert the percent to a decimal. You can move the decimal 2 places left or divide by 100, which actually accomplishes the same thing. And you'll be doing that in a calculator. So no problem. So I did this a little differently with the other class, but I'm going to try to look at this the same way with you. Let's look at the first step for all of these. Discount, markup, tax, and tip. It says right there, convert the percent to a decimal or fraction. I want you guys just to convert it to a decimal. So the first step is to convert. Great. Let's look at the second step for each one of these. Discount, markup, tax, and tip. So what do we do to that converted percent? We need to see how the price is changing. Oops, let me get my highlighter back in. Price is changing, how much tax must be paid, and how much money you give as a tip. Okay? So it's going to be a percent of the full price. So you are going to be multiplying. Remember, of is one of the words we used, and of means to multiply. So 20% of 40, 15% of 100. So the second step is always going to be multiply that decimal that you just had the converted percent by the original price. Original price. In most of these problems, all you're going to have is the original price. Okay? So right now, you've got the same step for like everything. Everything is convert, then multiply. Right? All right. The last step, we're going to break these up and practice. Okay? So we're just going to focus on discount. And if we know discount is going down, we know that we are subtracting. Okay, so find the sale price on $32.50 rug on sale for 40% off. I'm going to follow my steps. Step 1 was convert the percent to a decimal. I'm going to zoom in here so you guys can see a little better. Convert the percent to a decimal. So that's step 1. You don't have to write the steps down, but I am. So step 1, my percent is 40. So I'm going to do 40 divided by 100 equals 40%. 0.4. Okay? Step 2. Multiply the converted percent, which is 0.4, by the original price. The original price is $32.50. So there's my converted percent. 0.4 times 32.50. Which is 13. But here's something really important. I saw this mistake over and over again. We're dealing with money, right? You need to carry that over, okay? That dollar sign needs to be continued throughout. And then 3, since this is a discount, we need to take that discount off of the original price. So it says start with the original price, right? Which was $32.50. And how much money are you saving? The discount was 40%. So we're going to subtract the $13 that we figured out. $32.50 minus 13 is $19.50. That's how much you're paying. Ooh, I like that 40% discount. I got that shirt for really cheap. Oh, it's a rug, not a shirt. Alright, pause if you need to copy the notes. I'm going to move on to markup. So remember, markup is going to make the price go up. So once we find the percent to decimal, we are going to add the markup to the original price. Okay? So we need to find a new price on a shirt, $14.50 shirt. That's the original price, marked up at 35%. Okay? So this would be like if you're working in the store, right? You got to mark up all the shirts because the store needs to make some money. you're a cashier, or you work there. This happens in every place where customers come to buy something, a markup. Okay? So the first step, again, you don't have to write the steps. I'm just showing you. 1, convert the percent to a decimal. So 35% divided by 100 should be 0.35. Okay? Step 2, multiply the converted percent, which is 0.35 times the original price, which is given right here in the problem, $14.50. See, when you put that in a calculator, you get 5.075. Ooh, I'm going to put my money symbol. But that looks weird as far as money is concerned, right? Ooh, 2 decimal places. That's something really, really important. You only get 2 decimal places because it's money. So we're going to have to round. Is that 7 stay a 7 or is it an 8? Well, round up. It's closer to 8. Alright, last step. And the last time we subtracted, but this time we add. We add that amount, 508, which is our markup, to a shirt that's $14.50. We are going to get a new price. So you put that in the calculator, and you get $19.58 as the new price of the shirt. So they had to increase the price here. Alright, pause if you need to catch up on the notes. We got 2 more to talk about. Should go a little faster because we already have these steps down. Already talked about how these are like the same steps, right? Okay, convert the percent to a decimal for a fraction, multiply. And since it's tax, we're always going to pay more on tax. So we are going to add, yet again, the original price and the tax. Okay? Alright. Find the total price including tax of $15.99 hat. That's the original price with a 6% tax. So the first thing we do is convert the percent to a decimal. So I have 6 divided by 100. It's really important when you put this in the calculator and you write it out, you remember that the 6 is in the hundreds place. It's 0.06, not 0.6 because that's a different number. The second step was to multiply the converted percentage, 0.06, times the original price, which from the problem is $15.99. So I got step 2 down. Oh, I haven't done it yet though. Put that in your calculator. And I get the price of 0.9594. Oh, but that's money, and that's too much for money, right? So I'm going to go ahead and round it. That 5 is going to round up to a 6 because there's a 9 behind it. It's closer to 6. Okay, my last step is we're adding. Add the tax to the original price. Let's see what that is. That is $16.95. Okay. One last one. We've got our tip. Alrighty, our last one is tip. And since tip is extra on top of the bill, we are increasing again. So convert the percent to a decimal, multiply the percent by the original price, and we are going to add that again to the original price to find the total cost including tip. Alright, let's look at the problem. How much tip should you leave for 20% tip on a $40 meal? So I've got the tip and the original price. First step, convert that decimal percent to a decimal. So 20 divided by 100 is equal to 0.20. And we're multiplying that converted percent, which is 0.20, by the original price, which we have underlined as $40. Just $8. It's an $8 tip. So number 3, add that amount to the original price. So you got your tip plus your original price of $40 is equal to a $48 bill. Alright, zoom back out. These are your completed notes, okay? You have 3 examples to do in answer on this Ed puzzle. Let's talk about these really, really quick. And then you have some Alex. Then you'll highlight some of the problems on the back, and then you have Alex practice. Okay, so our examples. Find the sale price. Sale price would be a discount, right? So I want you guys to get used to seeing that. So our price is going to go down, okay? Find the total price including tax. As I can see from above, tax means my price increases. Find the tip, then the total cost. So to find the total cost, you need to find the tip. So it's kind of repetitive, but we're going to let that slide. Okay? So let me finish this highlighting. We got total price with tax and total price with tip. Go ahead and try these and come back to see how you did. Alright, go ahead and look at these answers. Pause if you need to make any corrections. One small thing I do want to point out, and you don't have to highlight this, I just want to bring attention to it. This 408 is rounded. Okay, so if you accidentally rounded to 407, go ahead and double check that one. It's just a teeny tiny little mistake that you may or may not have made. Okay, so that's it for the lesson. I'm just going to give you your follow-up work, which is right on the next page. It looks like this. So I want you to do number 1, and 5. That's it for the skills practice here. For the total price with tax, go ahead and do 7 and 12. And then for your tip, just do 13. So 7, 1, 5, 7, 12, and 13. When you have Alex practice, there are 8 questions. So that's your Alex 4. Alright?